What a lovely introduction, and yes, a very warm welcome to you all from the Hyatt Regency at the Arc here in St. Louis, Missouri. And you do join us on day one of this 8-day Pro Billiard series of events, 4 in total. This, the Bank Pool Master Showdown 16-player invitational. And you join us at the losers qualification for a place in the quarterfinals, a matchup between Skyler Woodward and Jayson Shaw, 2 players that need no introduction. Referee for this, our good friend Coco from Australia. My name is Gethin Davis, and joining me in the box for this exciting affair, my good friend and colleague Ben Francis. This is our first time, Ben. Welcome to the box, sir.
Thank you, Gethin, and welcome everyone tuning in to this. Looks to be a barn burner of a match. Sky Woodward taking on Jay Shaw to get a spot in the quarterfinal, which we will have the first match in that quarterfinal coming up later on this evening. Looks like
I don't know if you noticed,
Jason's won the leg.
I don't know if you noticed, Ben, the referee had to separate the players at the beginning for the kickoff. Clearly, these players know each other very well. Great spirits on and off the table, but I'm sure it will get all serious now. Sure to break, Ben.
Yeah, often when I'm at events and see these two together, they're always, cutting it up together and having some good laughs out there. But you're right, as soon as the first break happens, all business. Shaw makes a ball, and looks like he's got a couple options here. Maybe the 2 ball.
Yeah, the center pocket's just been covered by the 7. Which is just blocking off any cross bank shots from the center bag. He's looking at the 3.
I'll try to find some way to play the cue ball safe. Often these banks are so low percentage, they're not willing to play position. Much different than some other games we watch them play.
Oh, good line.
And you could see it there. He's made the bank, but he's left himself no follow-up on the next shot. So maybe a safety here. I'm not sure he has an attacking shot.
No, it's been interesting, Ben, as well. It's been interesting to see, Ben, how the players have been getting used to these fresh tables, fresh cloth, Predator arc table, with especially tight center pockets and very unforgiving. Some players, certainly on this day one, have been taking a bit of time just to get used to the slide. I've been finding that the players who have been hitting it firmer have been able to guarantee the line, but the pockets have been spitting them out if they're not coming in perfect. Be interesting to see how the earlier matches from both these guys have fared.
I've noticed and picked up on the same thing, Gethin, is when they're banking at speed, they're definitely keeping the line straighter, but you're right, pockets are tight, so they're spitting them out. We saw there Jayson with just a safety.
Yeah, in our last match.
Skyler. Sorry, go ahead, Gethin.
No, it was a good call. With the 4. Sorry, I didn't mean to get interrupting you there, Ben. That was a great shot.
Very nice. Skyler, maybe one of the best in the whole world at banking the balls. Very dangerous once he gets a feel for it, and we're seeing that here.
Well, I have written in capital letters in my notes, fearless banker.
He is.
That is how I
fearless.
like to describe him.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the amount of times him and Billy have hit it off, even in the practice room. I'm sure they're very well seasoned. Again, having a good laugh between the players. And this is what I really like about these Pro Billiard Series events. The players, a lot of money on the line, and because they know each other so well, there's always a good spirit around the room, and it really just gets picked up on by the crowd as well. It's great stuff.
Jayson crossing the 2 ball. Looks good. What a great shot that is. With good cue ball control, too.
Yeah, and a well-deserved ripple of applause. That brings the scoreline in this first rack to 2 apiece. He's called a 1.
Freezes the cue ball on the 8. Really nice shot. We'll see a lot of that. Cue ball control is definitely the first objective in this game of banks.
He's having a good look at this 7 into the bottom left pocket as we look from the overhead.
I favored him to get a little closer than that.
Yeah, after the last few he's made.
Yeah, he missed that one by quite a bit. We'll see if Jayson can punish him for it, because it looked like Skyler was playing shape there.
Yeah, nicely done, and may have held for the 7 as well.
Yeah, I think this will be mostly about the cue ball. Wow, he did straighten it out. Very nice. I think he knew he was only ever going to leave the 7 ball if he missed it.
Well, this would be a big ask to straighten this 9 up. He's called it. Oh no, 4 rails. He's just relayed over to Coco. The big finish, Ben.
Yeah, we've seen that one slide off that 4th rail and end up in the pocket. Justin Bergman finishing off the first match like that on this table, but that one didn't slide enough for him.
Oh, you got to see that one, did you, Ben? That was one hell of a finish for him. The 4-railer got me out my chair.
Classy way to finish the first match. Get you started. I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Banks is exciting when the balls are going in off multiple rails. It's an exciting game to watch.
Oh, and it's good that you can get to hear the calls to the referee as well, so you sort of have a little bit of an idea of what's coming up.
Yeah, Gethin and I, we're not always going to be able to tell what they're playing, so it is nice to be able to hear that and help us out a little bit too.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. This is my first Banks event on the comms. I've played in a couple, but it's a little bit different trying to call them from the box. Each players do have their own preference. Sometimes it's obvious. A lot of the times it's not.
It is very much a feel game. I could see Skyler's got a good feel for it. He played shape there on the 8. Probably play this one at some speed, try to stiff it in a bit. Yeah, with some inside spin to boot. What a great shot.
Takes a friendly bump as well.
He's got a great look at this, and not only can he try to pocket this ball, but he can leave the cue ball up table. A little insurance. If he does happen to miss it, which he has. I thought he was going to get closer than that. Jayson going to take a chance here with a really thin one. To watch the double kiss a little bit here.
Oh. Well, he did avoid the double kiss, but didn't make the pot. And that's a lot more favorable for Skyler here.
Oh, he went all in there. There was 0 two-way happening with that cue ball. Took a big flyer at that.
Oh, he's turned that over lovely, Ben. And that, I have to say, is a little bit of a turnaround. I thought Jayson was just going to run away with that in the first rack, but Skyler has taken it, leads 1-0. And something we saw, or rather I saw in the last match, Ben, 2 racks between Fedor and Joshua Filler went on for quite a long while. Both players respecting each other's banking capabilities and did not want to give an inch, and it's something that you never really get to see in rotation games. I'm just wondering if there's any chance at all we'll ever get to see that sort of situation between these two. I've got a feeling from the taste they've just given us, it's all offense.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think we're going to see a pretty offensive one here. Similar in our last match on table 2, we had a long game as well, about a 45-minute game where Shaw looked up for the task of the grind, but might be a little different now on the one-loss side. Probably won't see this too much, but a dry break from Skyler.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there, Ben. I wasn't imagining seeing any dry breaks in this match. Is there anything obvious that's sticking out? I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, not often you're going to come up dry, put the cue ball in the middle of the table and not give up a shot, but I think you're right. There's nothing too easy here. I don't know if the score is correct, but it looks like, is SVB up 2-0 in games already on Carlo Biotto? The score online showing he won the first game 5-3 and the second game 5-1. The match has only been going for a few minutes.
That is an affirmative. I wouldn't mind having a chat with our statman Michael Salmon to find out how an earlier match went between Billy Thorpe and John Morra. We hadn't even completed the opening rack and that match was over.
I would love to know how that went. And poor Johnny, he played for a total of 40 minutes because he lost his next match in 25 minutes as well. Never turned towards the pocket like he thought it would. You don't see Skyler miss too many of those.
No, you do not at all.
That was a high percentage one, and he's left a high percentage one for Jayson, who returns the favor.
I'm just wondering if Skyler said something to him then, because Jayson came over and had a little smile at him. Didn't make it, unfortunately, but clearly they're not afraid to have a bit of banter.
They're cutting it up in there, and I love that. They're having a good time. First event of the week, so you know they're just trying to settle in the nerves a little. The World 8 Ball being the big one, the big prize money, $90,000 to the winner of the World 8 Ball this week.
Yeah, that one will kick off tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock local time. We will also have the semi-finals and finals of the bank event tomorrow, and that will kick off in the afternoon. There's going to be a lot of pool to come, Ben. Feast for our eyes.
I've been very excited to tune in and watch these matches. Nothing to shrug the shoulders about here with $15,000 to the winner of the banks. Quite a bit of prize money up for grabs this week.
Yeah, and some great names for the Invitational as well. If you really wanted to see great bank pool, these are the names you'd be throwing in the pot. They're still having a bit of banter, Ben. I can't pick up exactly what they're saying.
And the crowd in the arena's got to be just soaking that up. I would love that if I was sitting there.
Yeah. I was mentioning earlier, I've got St. Louis firmly on my list of places to visit the next time I'm in the US, from the museums and sites. And one thing I noted is that everything is free to visit, and as is this tournament. here at the Hyatt Regency. Free for anyone to come down and watch, and you can literally be up close and personal listening to these conversations live. Doesn't get better.
And thanks so much to Predator for hosting these amazing events and keeping it free, not only in person, but online as well. I think super important while we try to grow the game. And also all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there, of course, as well. Big part of making these events as great as they are, keeping them free to watch.
Oh. All pocket for the 5.
Yes, I couldn't agree. On a 3-inch pocket.
Well, I do have some insider knowledge. The last time I was in the US for the Moscone, my friend did carry on to Skyler's wedding, and he has got some of the tightest pockets on his practice table I have ever seen. And if I can find that photo, Ben, I will send it to you later, and you can tell me how small you think they are. But they are very unreasonable. I've heard
he has a tight one. Yeah, an unreasonably tight one. Yeah. Looks like just a safety from Jayson here, switching hands, leaning way over. Not trying to do too much.
No, we've not really seen many safety plays from these players, and even with that cue ball locked up against the short rail, he's calling bank up into the top right. Was it the 9?
Yeah, and I think you really need to pin Skyler on the rail because he banks so good.
Yeah,
he hasn't left anything too easy here, I don't think.
Ooh, is there a gap for the 7? Past the 9.
Yeah, I think it was all about the cue ball again there. He might have left something into the side pocket.
Skyler's just had a look at the gap there. Oh, it looks tight from the overhead.
The 2 ball, I think.
Yeah, into the center bag, perhaps, or the 3.
The 3 looks like, yeah.
Oh.
Too good.
Gets
right in the middle.
Gets the 7 out. Gets the 7 out the way. That'll come back out if Jayson's to come back to the table, but that's opened up the top left pocket if he needs it. Oh, that's not far off either.
Yeah, looks close. Tight pocket though.
Even Coco the ref getting in with a giggle. It's a great spirit, as you said, Ben, and the crowd's starting to fill up here early on day 1. I did see a little St. Louis shooter in the crowd, Mark Wilson, earlier on. Another local favorite. I think he'd come to see Mr. Bergman playing.
Wow, so smooth. The draw shot, straighten that one out. Made it look easy. Just it was anything but.
Well, I didn't see the 7 come back out.
They spotted a different ball.
I
think that's maybe what they had to laugh about too. They just spotted the 4 instead of the 7. But I'm with you. I think they should have spotted the ball that, you know, went down wrong, so not to confuse us and the fans, right?
Exactly. Don't confuse us, please, Coco.
Well, we've seen him miss a few that we don't often see him miss. That one by quite a bit again.
Yeah, and he does have a good look at this 8 ball. He could go full offense and hold for the 6 and the 4.
Yeah, I do think he'll play a little position here. High percentage shot for him. Rifles it.
Yeah, quick call on the 9 as well. Quick 2 on the board, gets him back out in the lead in the second second rack.
I believe is it 4-2 in ball count? Because there's only 3 balls on the table, so 3-2 isn't adding up. We'll find out if he racks them after this.
I think the 7 didn't come out. I think the 7 should have come out, and it was forgotten about because, yeah, they're just talking about it now.
Something happened. Somebody missed something.
We'll go into the stats and have a look in a minute, but however that result came about, Jayson brings the scoreline back to 1 apiece. I think someone in the crowd's just pointed out the discrepancy. Very easy mistake to make if it was the case. But scoreline back to level. Both players missing a couple, but also both players making a good few beautiful bank shots. And, well, judging on what you've seen already, Ben, have you got any picks for this bank event?
Well, a good 3-ball run to end that game from Jayson, so you got to put him as a small favorite now to win this match. He's got the momentum. But I'm looking at the scoreboard, seeing SVB up 2-0 and 4 balls to nil over Carlo Biotto, and it looks like he just finished it off. So maybe SVB very dangerous. But of course, anybody in that field, I mean, I think Roberto Gomez might be one of the underdogs. He was in the final of the Vegas event last year, I believe, losing to Filler.
Yeah, correct.
And then another name that you wouldn't pick to win a bank event might be Albin, but he's through undefeated.
Yeah, that's a good name to throw out there, Ben. I haven't really seen too much of Albin on the banks. I've been keeping an eye on the score lines. He is in the, how can I put it? He's already through, I believe, in the winners.
Yeah, he is awaiting the quarterfinal.
Yeah, correct.
Along with Bergman, Filler, and Gomez. Bergman, another name, of course, super dangerous when it comes to banks. Well, in any game, really. Kind of back on the scene this season, Justin Bergman. Looking forward to watching him all year. Super fun player to watch, always very exciting.
Yeah, and he's very big in the St. Louis area as well. Bit of a home hopeful, should we say?
You might put him as the hometown hero, yeah.
Well,
definitely in his backyard.
Looks like it does look like the players have taken a break. Normally we would take a break, Ben, but this is our first time together, and well, I do like a good back and forth. So while we do have 2 minutes and the players take a break, I was just wondering how you see the other 3 events that we've got coming up playing out. You mentioned the men's 8-ball World Championships kick off tomorrow, but we also have the Saberts Women's Open and the Poison Mixed Doubles. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm guessing a few of the players, if not all of them from this Invitational, will be playing in the Worlds. Just wondering if you've got any insider info there, Ben.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to like Albin again this year in the World 8-ball. But a couple other really great events. The women's 10-ball has a $90,000 prize fund, so $27,000 to the winner there. And the mixed doubles has $100,000 prize fund, so plenty of money up for grabs this week. If a player could manage to win maybe 2 events, they're going to take home more than the $100,000.
Yeah, and don't forget we had the event in Antalya, which was an 8-ball event very recently. I think the Euro Tour also was an 8-ball event. There'll be some players coming in fresh from that. Be interesting to see the lineup. I believe the draw will be later this evening.
Yeah, and
But
always very draw dependent.
Yeah, very much so. Will be double elimination, as was this. Ball made off the break, Ben, and some voodoo from from Jayson. Did it work?
Having a good laugh with the crowd too. I like it. And as you mentioned, double elimination in this until the final 8, and then it'll be single elimination. And the World 8 ball, it'll be double elimination until the last 32. And then it'll move to single elimination for the last 32. And I think as the week goes on, table's going to tighten up a little, and that 8 ball is going to be real tough. I think we'll see some long matches.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It'll be interesting to see how the players get to grip with the Predator Arc tables. The ones that have been cutting their teeth on the banks will have a little bit of a head start. I think 96 players entered. $300,000 prize pool. Again, as you mentioned, Predator and Pro Billiards series really offering the right numbers, bringing the right players, giving us the best content.
Yeah, amazing stuff from them.
Is that a baseball?
Look like a little stress ball he's got there.
Yeah. It looked like a regulation baseball, but I think it would be a squeeze ball. Interesting. Coco.
I mean, they are in St. Louis. Maybe it is a baseball.
Yeah, very much so.
Getting ready to
We're in
throw
the
the
show
opening
me
pitch later on.
We're in the show me state. Maybe they're going to start pitching out back after. So a little tappy shot after Coco needed to put a bit of extra care and attention, just making sure that 9 couldn't be spotted on the spot. It couldn't, so it's gone to the back of the line.
And that's very important. That can change a lot of things with where that ball is spotting, so gotta make sure they get it right. Speaking of get it right, pin that cue ball right on the rail. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, and at the first opportunity opened them up as well. Does that 9 find a gap? No. Call the 5? It's going up. He's going airborne. No. I thought he called the 5 there, Ben. You have to excuse me.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was playing there too. Mostly defense, I think. Again, it's surprising from these guys. They started this match like they were going to fire at everything, and now in game 3 they've tightened it up.
Yeah, the last few shots of
6 to the top right.
Oh, I like that, Ben. Very canny of you. Well spotted.
Maybe just draw the cue ball back a little bit. Sort of where it is now as a two-way. Not sure it plays that well from there. Scratch of the head tells you everything you need to know. Doesn't look good. Safety only. Surprising.
Yeah. After a few moments of jest, players are, as you suggested, tightening up a little bit.
Yeah, often you can start these matches kind of thinking, you know, losing isn't the worst thing. There's other events to play. And then all of a sudden you make some balls and you think, well, winning is fun too. And maybe I'm right there and I can do it. And then it's single elimination after this. And I got a chance to win the event still.
It all changed after you mentioned the prize pot, Ben.
Maybe they heard me. 15,000, they said. Okay, well, that changes everything.
Oh. Yeah, exactly.
He's lost this one a bit. He's going to sell out all kinds of shots from here. 9-ball cross side looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what he was trying to do there. It looked like he was finding the gap with the cue ball, but he's half a table short.
Yeah, and I think that was a byproduct of the shot before. Jayson did well to get the cue ball nice and close to the rail. Kind of forced Skyler into elevating him back into the cue, and then he just mishit it a little. Jayson played a nice one there to get perfect position on the 4 next into the same pocket.
Yeah, and just looking ahead, the 1 probably looks most. 1 or the 6 looks most favorable, but
looked like he played shape on the 1 come around.
Yeah.
You'll see that from time to time when they get a high percentage one like he had there on the 4 ball. He was already looking at the next shot, trying to play some position, get on a run. It's the 2 ball through a window.
Ooh. Wasn't far
He found
away.
a good one there. Yeah, and that's a good shot. Really good cue ball control to leave it long, and he's plugged up that corner. He's able to defend his 2-ball lead a little bit here. Well, we saw in the first game he was up 4-2 in ball count, and Skyler managed to claw it back, so can never write this guy off. He might just bank 5 in a row. I think I saw in the last match on table 1, I think, did Federer go on a 6-ball run?
Yeah, yeah. He's 6-and out the first rack.
Impressive.
And then it got really tight for the next few, and it turned into quite a long, drawn-out affair. But I have to say, from the pure sportsman's viewer's perspective, it was great to see such players of that caliber keeping each other under wraps in such a open game like Banks. It was incredible.
Well, and just a small mistake from Federer at the end. Gave up a shot
Correct.
to Josh, and he banked it straight back to win the match. Otherwise, who knows? That one can go on for a while.
Yeah, it looked like that as well, and Joshua did miss a few chances. It looked like it was going to swing the other way, but as you mentioned, one mistake pounced on. Now,
Just like this.
yeah,
From
very
2-0
reminiscent.
Yeah, quickly 2-2, and high percentage for 3-2 here.
Yeah,
Once he starts to get a feel for those shots, he's going to be real tough to slow down.
yeah.
Straight back again. Going to try to stiff this one in, too.
Oh.
Look out.
Look out, and this 5 up into the 1-ball corner pocket. And just as you said, Ben.
It doesn't take much. These guys are so good. You make one mistake, you lose the game just like that. Nice 5-ball run from Skyler.
Incredible. Incredible. And that is how quick Banks can turn. And that's what makes it so exciting. And, well, we mentioned it at the beginning. Both these guys can bank for fun, but he's still living up to his reputation in my notepad as fearless banker. Skyler Woodward regains the lead. 2-1 is the score. As we get another look at the stats. Yeah, Skyler with the high run now at 5.
And I'm really always looking at that missed shots category. They've only got Shaw as missing 1 shot, trailing 2-1 in the score.
That's impressive. Very impressive. Now, Sky to break. 1 away from victory.
Can he carry on the 5-ball run?
Are you thinking that he wants to try and beat his good friend's record from last year? I don't think he can do it.
Yeah. Maybe not from here, yeah. They let him keep shooting when the match is over, maybe.
I think that's what they did with Billy as well, huh? They let him
they let Billy shoot. I think so. Yeah. Sky said, keep shooting. What are you doing? Don't stop now. He made one more just for fun, yeah. I don't think he's got a high percentage one here.
I don't know. Does that 4 slide past the 1-2 and back up into the... No, maybe not. That's just a bit ambitious from me.
He wanted to keep the run going, so he tried to find something. Well, and he put the cue ball back where it was. Pretty good shot. Very good shot. I think they've said the stress ball, the baseball from Jayson, is from a wrist injury. Wrist injury, so he's using the stress ball to try to help exercise the wrist a little bit. I think he'll be glad it's his bridge hand, not his grip hand.
Well, both players keeping Coco busy down at the respotting level. Don't know what that's left for Skyler. Not a lot, I would suggest.
Oh, he jacked up back into the cue. That was when we saw him make a mistake in the last rack, but he didn't make a mistake there. Got the cue ball where he wanted it. He's going to leave a long one on the 7, but you don't hate letting them shoot at these sometimes.
No, and it doesn't look immediately obvious. He could get the cue ball back to a similar position where it is now.
Definitely would lower the percentage on making the bank. Looks like the shot clock's froze.
And so is Jayson, who was just standing there not moving.
Small timeout. Get the shot clock running again.
Yeah, and just to take that opportunity, as my colleague Ben mentioned, following on from this will be quarterfinals. If you want to keep an eye on the schedules for this and the other 3 events coming up over these 8 days, please do visit probilliardseries.com. Look at that 7.
I think he's played position there. I don't think he played a two-way. I think he went all in on that bank. He might have the 8, he might have the 3, he might be able to see the 2, but I think he was trying to play position. Didn't look like a two-way to me.
I like your shout on the 3. I really do. That looks like it's got a gap.
And if he can get it down, then he's going to have a shot on the 1 or possibly the 2 next. Could be playing shape again. See how he feels here.
Opened it slightly. All pocket. You mentioned may even fancy a little sniff on this too. It looks quite flat on the side pocket.
Yeah, maybe he can't quite twist it in. So he's found something.
Maybe if he was high on it.
Across the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was above it, maybe, yeah. Then he can turn it a little easier. I think just a little too close to parallel with it. He couldn't turn it the way he wanted to.
Good to see the fans enjoying this. I've got a feeling the crowd's going to get more lively over the next 8 days. And that's a good cue ball,
beautiful
Ben.
Cue ball. Yeah, such good control of the cue ball there. You see Jayson tap his cue on the table. He recognizes the good shot as well. Both these guys got a lot of respect for each other. I love that. Similar shot from Jayson.
They've got a lot of respect for each other as well. They're not giving each other much to play with at the moment. And as you said, both players just tightening it somewhat.
Yeah, this is a lot different than how I thought this match would go after the first rack. I thought they were going to fire at everything and just throw caution to the wind, but they've decided to tighten it up a little.
Maybe if it gets to 2 apiece, they might just throw caution back to the wind. But right now, this is wonderful. Did he call the 6? Can you see the 6?
He's gonna try to straighten it out. Hit it with some speed and some draw.
Oh.
Wow. He makes these shots look way easier than they are. This game is super hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially having to just put throw and effect on the cue ball, using power as well to straighten up shots, just like he did there with the 8.
And the brand new cloth, it's still really slippery out there and not easy to judge these shots. It just makes it look super easy. Looks like he's shooting hangers. He's gonna cross this 9 ball to the top left. Another high percentage shot for Skyler. Could see he was always going to get close there. He didn't miss it by much.
No. That would have been to get his run to 3. 2 is the number. Back to 2 apiece. And Jayson going to look to cut this back.
Yeah, to his left. Kind of a free shot. Hard to sell out. Looks like he's got it.
Yep. Good pocket speed. Certainly help gravity take hold. He's got a pretty straight shot on the 5 here. And he's just gone down to have a look. He may look to play shape here and just run through a little bit for the 1.
That's what I'm wondering. This is pretty high percentage. I think he is going to play shape.
Oh.
He did, and he wiggled that one in there. And the 1 ball to get it to Hill.
They do make it easier in the box when they keep making shots like that.
Yeah, I can't stress enough how difficult this game is. And unfortunately, sometimes I think they make it look too easy. Straight back on the 1. I don't think he'll play any kind of shape. I think this is a 2-way shot. If he gets it down, he'll play a safety on the next shot. That's what he's done. Leave it near the pocket. Hard to sell it out if you put it over a hole.
Well, we saw Gorst make a shot similar to this earlier, up into the top left pocket, avoiding the double kiss. Jayson, not so bold. Looking for good cue ball. I think he's got it.
Yeah, really nice cue ball control there. Left it about as far away as he could. It's close.
Oh, it's very close. Oh. Skyler was already walking round to look at his next shot.
Perfect speed to let the pocket accept the ball. Hits it any harder, it's going to rattle there. Does he do it again and steal one from Shaw after Shaw up 4-2 in ball count? This one to win the match and get through to the quarterfinal. Yeah, I like it up to that corner. Harder to sell out, I think. I think the other shot may be higher percentage to make, but this one higher percentage to leave safe. Yeah, it's missed by a ways.
Yeah, picked up a bit of the center pocket on the way down, which may have helped it.
I think he got a little fortunate there. I think missing it by that much, he could have sold it out a lot of times. And I don't think he's left anything easy for Jayson here. I don't think he takes on this 4-rail bank. Not at this stage.
Did he hear you?
Be exciting
no,
if he
didn't.
He's going for it. Oh, you got the cue ball safe. Look at how great the cue ball is. What a beautiful shot that is. Yeah, and Skyler taps table too. I agree. That's a really nice shot.
4-railer called.
Yeah, we could hear it that time. Skyler wasn't shy about that call. Wants to finish this one off. Look, he's got the back end of the cue in the air too. This is really tough. This would be some way to end it. But again, cue ball.
It's on the right.
It's all about the cue ball.
It was on the right direction as well, Ben. Just needed to be a bit harder. I don't think he could really get much more out of that.
No, that's why you saw him jack up the back end of the cue, trying to get a little more out of it, but he couldn't get the cue ball safe and get the 2-ball there. He had to pick one.
Now,
I think this is going to find it.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, that brings us to the hill, and God, it did look like Skyler was just going to do what he did in the rack before and pinch it with a real decent run. He didn't. And on this occasion, Jayson Shaw brings the score to 2-2. Hill. And over on our other tables, Billy Thorpe is 2-1 up on Justin Hall. Fedor Gorst is 1-0 up on Jeffrey DeLuna. And as you did allude to, Ben, Shane Van Boning doing the business in quick style against Carlo Biado. 3-0 win, books his place in the quarterfinals. Now, is there anything to glean from the stats? Oh, they're still having a bit of banter.
Oh, Skyler had a good chance to win the match there. I know he, in my opinion, took on the correct shot into the top right there, rather than the shot into the bottom left where he could sell out more, but he missed it by so much. I don't think it mattered. He might as well have shot in the other pocket. Cost him the game, really, in the long run. The wing ball missed again. It's another dry break from Jayson. He's not going to be happy about that.
No, he's not. Happened to Skyler, but didn't leave anything for Jayson. This time, well, he's left the 2 sitting pretty.
Yeah, about as bad as it could have turned out for Jayson, really. Ball's all in the open, straight in on the first shot for Skyler. Now it's eat your heart out. I think he's got the 4. And he'd probably be playing shape. I mean, it's a high percentage shot for him.
He's just run off screen. I think that's where his bag is. He's gone to get his extension.
They are on a shot clock, so usually these players have all that stuff ready. No, he's missed it. What's he left? I assume he was playing shape.
No. And from the way he stood upright, it looked like he was fearing the worst.
I don't think he's left anything easy at first glance, yeah. 5's a little double kissy, I think. The 9 bank side is a little close to the cue ball. Might see Jayson
unless he feels
play a safety.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless he feels the 5 can come past the red 3, which I don't think it can, he may be forced into taking the 9 on here. And looks like he's called it up into the top left pocket.
I like this because he can play a better cue ball this way. Maybe underneath the 5, yeah. Oh, he's made the shot. Oh, these guys bank so good.
Really good. Right. And I think he's got this 5 on as well. The 1 is not going to come into play.
Yeah, and I think he can play pretty safe with the cue ball here again. Oh, you don't need to go safe when you make the shot. 2 great ones in a row there.
Fantastic. And got the 7 if he wants it. Oh, he didn't fancy. Oh, the 1 was covering the 7. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he didn't go for that. Bringing Coco back into action. A little interesting snippet on Coco. She is currently working on her master's degree in educational psychology. So on top of studying, she travels the world refereeing these wonderful pro billiard series events.
I got to watch her. I watched her live in action at the Las Vegas event, and she did a really great job. I was super impressed by all the referees. Seemed to all really love their job. Take great pride in it.
Absolutely. And it looks easy, but let me tell you, it is not an easy job whatsoever, and it's relentless. And if a game does go on, as sometimes matches do tend to, there's not much respite for them either. A lot of stamina in our referees, as much as the players, I hasten to gather.
That's right. Absolutely right. Whoa. Good shot from Jayson there, but he's played the cue ball too good.
Yeah, that's the downside when you make a ball and bank on a bit of good cue ball. He's a bit too close to that 1 to really massage anything out of that. Well, I say that. Maybe. He can just get above. Oh, I was going to say if he could get above the 2nd diamond, there may be a chance, but would be very risky.
I think he's left the 7 ball here. I think he knew it right away that he'd mishit it a little. But I think Skyler has a free shot at the 7. Oh, okay, maybe not, because it looks like he's called the 6. Close.
That wasn't far away at all. Where did it end up, though? Oh, in not too bad a position. Maybe the 7 sneaks inside it into that corner pocket, though.
Yeah, where the 6 is. That's what I thought. And if he doesn't like it, then he can just freeze the cue ball right on top of that 5. He went for it. What a shot.
He may see this 1 as well. He may have just... Oh, yes.
To win the match. To win the match. He's up 4-1 in ball count here. Trying to steal this one away from Skyler. No, he's made a mess of it. And he's going to sell out all kinds of shots here. Sky still very much in this game.
Oh. That was a little glimpse at the victory line there for Jayson, as you pointed out, Ben. And that, I'd have to say, was a bit of a steal going on. Sort of form that Skyler was starting to show.
Yeah,
back at the table, Skyler here.
It might just slip out of Jayson's hands here. Sky's got these balls looking pretty good. No. Oh, he missed it by a lot. That's the second time I've seen him miss that same shot to the same exact spot.
Yeah. Coming in too flat, and this one ball now to prevent Skyler from making his own barn burner, and he has done it, Ben. And what a fantastic closing rack for the guys. A little bit of banter between the two, but Jayson Shaw has booked his place in the quarterfinals, and they will be starting in an hour from now. If you want to keep up with all the action, please do visit ProBilliardSeries.com. And if you want to watch back these matches or are enjoying the live streams, please do like, share and subscribe on Pro Billiard TV. An absolute pleasure working in the box with my good friend and colleague Ben Francis. My name's Gethin Davis. Congratulations to Jay.